The United States is known as the melting pot of the world. It is a country that, in modern times, has been built and shaped by immigrants. Immigration is truly a beautiful thing, as it blends numerous cultures and gives everybody a story to tell. On March 2nd, 1937, Jamie Alban Sr. was born in San Manuel, Philippines, in the province of Tarlac. He lived with his mother and father, who separated when he was young. Both of them remarried, and as a result, he has over 15 half-siblings. My lolo, as we call our grandfathers in Filipino culture, attended Jose Rizal College and graduated in the late 1950s. Also around that time, he met my lola, Marina Miran, and they got married in 1964. Due to dwindling economic opportunity and a scary political landscape under recently elected Ferdinand Marcos, my lolo decided to immigrate to the United States in 1967. When he moved to the US, he came alone. Because of the low value of his money and the uncertainty of finding housing, he chose to find work and stability before bringing my lola and his 2 daughters. In fact, he was quite lucky. He met a man named Mr. Mariano Hermosa. Mr. Hermosa was an immigrant himself and spent much of his life sponsoring newly immigrated Filipinos. In 2009, when Mr. Hermosa died, the Chicago Tribune interviewed my lolo on his impact, to which he said, "I was lucky to have his guidance. Most people come here alone." My lolo found a job at an upscale restaurant called Don the Beachcomber as a waiter. He worked there for a few years, earning enough money to find housing and sponsor my lola and my 2 aunts' immigration in 1969. They lived together in an apartment in the uptown neighborhood of Chicago. In the 1970s, he got a job as an accountant at the Swift meatpacking facility. He stayed with the company through many mergers and retired from the firm in the 1990s. Shortly after being reunited, my lolo and lola found a house in Bolingbrook. This is the house that all 3 of their children graduated high school from. Later on in life, they moved to a condo in Lincolnwood. This is where I spent most of my time growing up. Another large part of my lolo's life was his culture. While he tried his best to assimilate to the United States, becoming fond of McDonald's, Engelbert Humperdinck, and Oldsmobiles, his culture was still very important to him. In Bolingbrook, he played a large role in founding the Filipino Friendship Society. In Chicago, he joined the Filipino-American Council of Greater Chicago and the Chicago branch of the Knights of Rizal. In both of these organizations, he was greatly involved in Filipino social events. The slogan of these organizations is Bayanihan, a word meaning togetherness, cooperation, and community. It is a common notion in the Filipino community of the Greater Chicago area that everybody is connected somehow, and this is in no small part attributed to the work that these organizations have done towards creating a welcoming ethnic enclave in the Filipino community. My lolo and lola preferred to spend their days fully consumed with their grandchildren. They were integral in allowing their children to progress their careers and education. My dad, a CPA, my aunts, a nurse and a college administrator, would not have been able to achieve what they did if my grandparents had not greatly supported them with free and ever-reliable childcare. In fact, my sister, my youngest cousin, and I spent most of our time at their house. A common theme of my lolo's life is how much he cared for his family. Everything he did centered around us, from how much he loved to care for my lola to how much he spoiled his grandchildren. His sacrifices allowed for my family to live easier lives and achieve all that they could without drawbacks. The example he and my lola have set allowed us as a family to love each other unconditionally and stay close despite being hundreds of miles apart.
My mom and my dad actually decided when I was around 3 years old that it would be best that my father would come to the United States first and start a new life for us here. What the United States has really given us is a lot of fortune, a lot of opportunities, and it created and gave us a wonderful life that we're living today because the sacrifice of my mom and my dad.
Is that Dad loved to travel as much as he possibly could. And I think it's probably because, being an immigrant, he didn't have those types of benefits in life growing up. He wanted to give us the experiences that he never really experienced.